Hello. How are you doing? Is this like appropriate, the sound? Fuck, I don't know. It might be appropriate, it's okay. Let me just maybe lower it a little bit. Right, anyway. So you may have noticed that this is like... this is just chatting, yeah. You also may have noticed that I'm not in England. I'm still in Greece, good old fucking Greece, I guess. So, things first. Wait, no. First things first. Things first things doesn't work. Alright, so first things first. I was torn between like this and Skyrim, and I don't know, it's just everything just that I've lived the last year maybe just kind of caught up with me, and I was like, okay, that's it, I've got to talk to my favorite friend, my stream. Notice that I didn't say my audience. I'm not doing that mistake again. It's probably you guys are like probably just like one person, which is in reality like 3 people in a code, and that's it. I don't know, but yeah, no, I fucking need to vent, and I don't know. I think I'll just do it here. Might as well, right? I could do it while playing Tekken or something. Hell, I could do it while playing Skyrim, right? But I don't know. It feels like I need to like to air it a little bit, you know, before we go into actual gaming. Hence the title, right? So Rant heavy and then Skyrim later. How later? I don't fucking know. It depends how long it takes for me to kind of like feel better, I guess. Kind of. I don't know. Where do I fucking start? Well, first, you know, so yeah, you've been warned. This is like just me ranting, just one person ranting. That's all it's gonna be. I will turn on my camera, but not right now, actually. In a bit, you know. For now, we can just keep it cool, you know, keep it under wraps. And wow, let me just take care of this. What the fuck? 1 second. There we go. Alright, so yeah. So where do I fucking start? Again, the same problem, right? I hope that you can hear me over the music playing. You probably can, from what I know, from experience at least, but hey, you know, I guess you're gonna let me know if you can't, right? So why do I want to rant? I guess I just fucking need to. I don't know. It's not like I don't have friends. It's like, alright, so in all seriousness, it feels like this thing, like this whole thing with a microphone and like the other PC streaming and, you know, potentially like a person watching. I feel like that's a new friend for me sometimes. I may have brought it up, right, but I'm not sure. And so, you know, this is very much like talking to a friend, I guess. Which I will do as well. I am meeting someone I hold dear on Friday, and there's lots to catch up with, or catch up on, I guess. Isn't that the correct way to say it? Anyway, on, I think it is. Yeah, catch up on things. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's not like I don't have people to talk to. I just wanted to specifically talk to you, and by you I now refer to, I guess, no one? I don't fucking know. Again, where the fuck do I start? It's everything just happened so fast, especially the last couple of months. It just, I don't fucking know what happened, honestly. I guess it all starts by saying that like at one point I decided that I just don't want to be in any like fucking relationship, that stuff is not for me. It's not working. Like monogamy is not fucking working for me. Like I need to have like options and variety and like spice and salt and everything. And yeah, that's fine. And that worked for like such a long time, right? And it was perfect. And everything was good. So that's the preface, okay? That's like the intro to all this. Because it might explain what happens later. So, I start playing World of Warcraft, right? And you may not know that about me, but like, I'm very prone. No, I won't say it like that. It's not like you're prone to it. It's like, I do have a tendency to actually to consider like long distance or relations through an MMO, for example, or something like that, as viable. I mean, long distance fucking sucks, okay, don't get me wrong. But provided that you are intending to close the distance and to have some sort of arrangement, right? Then you get to work with something, you have something that can work, yeah. And let me tell you, living where I'm living, it's actually a better option than the local merchandise, okay? With a few exceptions, mind you, with a few exceptions, I'll give you that. And I'm all over those exceptions already, so, but I'll still always be, since I'm poly, right, polyamorous, I'll always be on the lookout. And anyway, all this kind of like culminates into a phase where I start playing World of Warcraft again, as you might have noticed. And obviously I'm on an RP server, and obviously, people are looking. Or looking to be looked for. As it is, right? And so here I was, or rather there I was, or also here I guess. In between all the raiding and all the Mythic Plus and all this and that, just chilling and looking, I'm not gonna lie. And I did find, and that's where it starts going bad, because I think that all this time that I spend blocking out the idea of like a normal relationship. I mean, not that polygamy is not normal, it's just that like you'll always have this crave for exclusivity. I could even argue that even if you're polyamorous, like with your buddies, okay, some of us are tricking ourselves into like thinking that, yeah, this is exclusive with that person, but also exclusive with another person, yeah. And so, you kind of like you fuck your brain over like that a little bit, and it kind of works, and you're like, yeah, okay, I got this, and you kind of go on. And so I think, because I'm that kind of person where even though I can be with multiple people, right, I try to keep it separated, just like the song, right? Like, I keep them separated, yeah, that kind of thing. Unless, of course, they match well. Anyway, and that kind of, I don't know, something fucking went wrong in my head there. And I met a person, and I was like, okay, and I started going for it, and I couldn't explain it, and I was like absolutely overwhelmed, like over fucking whelmed, honestly. And also being pansexual, I guess, is pansexual like the thing where you don't fucking care what the other person is, like, physically, and you're like, yeah, I don't fucking care, it's cool. I mean, of course you have still preferences, but it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna stumble over a cock or, step into a cunt, right? It's like, who cares? If it works, it works, And that said, I kind of fell for a person, and it was amazing, right? It was pretty good, I have to say. It was cool. We connected and we had fun, and it lasted a bit, and it was very sweet. And then I had to come to a conclusion there. Like, I had to fucking either move it to another level or just stop it, right? Now here's the thing. That person just wasn't for it, let's say, okay, for various reasons, which, I mean, these reasons are also worth exploring a little bit, because in the things that I will talk about, you also get to, if you analyze them, it's a story, right? It's like a lesson, let's say, right? So, anyway, we can do the autopsy later, but for now, let's just say that with the person, it just didn't go. And at that point, I mean, I had one of those moments where you kind of like confess to the other person, and it's like silly but also nice, and you feel the whole thing of like, oh yeah, it's, you get what I'm saying. Like, you've been in fucking relationships before, come on. Or at least I fucking hope so. Anyway, and so it falls apart a little bit, and I'm like, okay, you know what, let me just sort it out inside me, and I'll get back to you, because I don't want to lose you, right? And of course, I had to deal with like with the fucking recoil of that. A little bit, I have to say, and it made me a little bit of a bitter bitch, to be honest, but that's okay. And the other person was very cool about it, and they endured. They were like, yeah, I'm still here, let's game together, let's I don't want to say it was super heroic, like, I'm not gonna let you go, I'm gonna fight your loneliness, but it was very sweet and very supportive, and the person was honest, and so, alright, so this happens, right? And I get over it, and I'm like, yeah, okay, now I'm good, after a week or so, I was like, sure. And my other significant others, I don't know, how the fuck do you call people that are like, you're involved with, but when you're poly, right? I don't fucking know. Your other boyfriends, I guess, or girlfriends, I suppose. And yeah, they were supportive, and that fucking worked out. And here's where it gets like fucking complicated, okay? This is where it gets fucking complicated, let me fucking tell you. I meet another person, so let's call the first person, what do we call them? Let's see. Fuck, I don't know, I'm not good at coming up with names, right? Because then I'll forget who's who. What do you fucking call them? Let's call them X, right? Alright, so X, so yeah, I meet Y, alright? And there's this instant fucking, like, it clicked, like, instantly, just, whoa, fell in love again. How the fuck do I manage that? And at that point, I'm like, okay, wait a minute, I just need to get off this fucking train, because, like, it's going out of control completely. Like, I'm falling in love for real with, like, multiple people, like, per second, that's it. And I can't fucking stop it. And so I fall for that person, and as I'm trying to take it slow this time, and I'm like, don't say anything, just play it cool, just fine, just fucking focus, right? The person tells me that they are they're not like, not that I asked, but like it was brought up, okay? And so they told me that, yeah, they're not looking for anything in particular, but like it's so cool to meet people and flirt and everything. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's perfect, that's fucking perfect, okay, that's good. And it is at that point where it gets even more complicated, because that person, at one point, I was going to meet them, right? In game, don't think that I was gonna, yeah, in game. And they bring someone with them, and I'm like, oh, you know, who's that? And that person doesn't even say a word and just leaves. And I'm like, what is going on? Because I start falling in love with that person now. Just because they just walked away. Like, you can't believe. It's, what? How does this shit work? And I'm wondering at that time, how does this fucking work? How can I be like so sure that this person is just gonna be the one? That's it. And listen to what I'm saying now, right? Because the words are very important. Like, I'm thinking to myself back then, this is the one. I have to be with this person in some capacity. And, you know, I ask why then to introduce us. And I'm like, hey, you know, oh, hello. Hello, Neris. I'm spilling my guts out. Is sound okay? I can't ask anyone else, so I have to ask you. Can you hear me? Can you hear the music? Can you hear like everything? Good. I was hoping it wasn't okay though, because you know, as I said, I'm spilling my fucking guts here. Okay. And so, where was I? Right. So, that person, let's call them Zed, right? I'm like, this is the one. Like this. I'm feeling this. You know, this is it. And I ask why to introduce us. Yeah. Rather, I ask them what's up with the person. Why did they not greet me? Why did they leave? Maybe next time I get to know them. And you know, why was cool about it was like, yeah, okay. And so what turns out happening is that we do meet, and oh my god, it's like the flirt is just way too good. It's like we're fucking vibing. I don't know, it's pretty damn crazy and strong. And we end up like almost ignoring why, right? Not in a bad way, but like we just completely fucking got destroyed with each other. Like just planets colliding, that kind of thing. Like that's it. You know, sparks everywhere. And then I find out, because of course it has to be even more complicated, that these two, so Y and Z, right? And keep in mind, all this time I'm also not fully over X. Alright, and I'm also running a flirt or two in the background, and I'm also maintaining an open-ended relation with someone. Alright, so all of this is going on at the same fucking time. Alright, and I'm starting to just fucking get derailed there. I'm starting to get really derailed and then refocused onto Z, that last person. Then, okay, I hope you're following with the nomenclature. Okay, I'm barely following, but you know, I can explain later if someone wants. Anyway, and yeah, it gets so fucked up that we end up hogging each other's time, and within a week we've managed to like connect so much that it was unthinkable for me to not talk to the person, or not, just unthinkable. All right. And you see, this is why I can't turn on my camera right now, because I don't want you to cringe by watching me tear up or something. But I'll try not to show it with my voice, because I fucking hate that. I fucking hate when my voice breaks. And yeah, it's like it's so fucking strong that it's fucking insanity. It literally is just insanity. Like, it makes no sense. It makes no fucking sense in any way how we just fucking refocused on each other so hard that it was like tunnel visioning on them, but not the bad kind. Not for me anyway. Okay. Things just dissolved around us. Like they didn't matter. Like I can't fucking explain it, right? It's like as if you have, as if, you know, you see the person, even if you're online, it doesn't matter. You see the person, and it's like every sound and every other feeling and taste and everything else is just outside of your fucking bubble of pure lunacy, I guess, at this point. And everything is muffled outside of that, and all that matters is like this calm, safe and warm space, you know. And wow, I mean, just putting it into words is just because I hadn't before, so this is the first time that I do, kind of. And I don't know, it's just that fucking bubble, just, let's say it fucking rolled. It rolled wherever it wanted. Like it just went. I don't know, fucking light speed. Alright? Wow, I mean, remembering it, just I don't fucking know. It's crazy. It's like I'm reliving it, you know, like the thing, like the memory is too vivid. It comes with feelings, you know, with ghosts of whatever the fuck that was, right? Anyway, this is overwhelming. And anyway, so soon after, and this is like just a month ago, right? Okay, so soon after, we start going out of our way, I guess, to put it politely. We start going out of our way to make sure that this is a thing, you know, that this is real. And we did all we could. We would like, of course, I mean, voice chatting is one thing, sure, but it went far beyond that. Okay, let me tell you, it went far beyond that. Very far. Okay, I just listen. I don't wanna expose the person, nor myself, to be honest. I mean, what is there to expose about me anyway? But about the person, I just, you know. And I think we're entwined in this, since it's like our story. So I can't, like, you know, I can't go into too much detail without exposing them. So I have to not expose myself as well, even though I would love to really spill my guts, you know. And I might before this is through, and so, you know, preemptively I apologize to that person if that happens, and if I get overwhelmed and just fucking share stuff that I shouldn't, right? Which is also a bit comical, but anyway, this whole thing, what we're doing right now, it reminds me of like this gig from like this gig from, what's the name? Key and Peele, right? Where there is like this heartbroken thug, and they're all sitting around the table, and there's like this other thug who's making fun of that person for crying over, I don't know what it was. I mean, actually, it was a breakup, I think. I think maybe it wasn't a breakup. Maybe it was like that they, I don't know, something silly, right? Oh my god! Like what? Oh my god. How do you fucking delete that message? Whatever, I'll just leave it there. Anyway, I don't know how to delete messages, so I don't know. But yeah, what a timing for a bot to appear, right? Hey, I sensed feelings. I'm coming in to like kind of nullify them with my like nameless and heartless message. Good stuff. Anyway, actually very good timing. It kind of brought me back, you know, from all the memory lane stuff. Anyway, and thank you, bot, then, for kind of snapping me out of it. And where was I? Right, we started doing all the stuff that we can to actually solidify it, right? And it goes to a point where man, I don't know. I shouldn't say. I shouldn't fucking say, but shit. All right, here goes. Remember that I talked about having an ongoing thing? Well, the ongoing thing just visited me, all right? And it was so weird because I had to balance in me caring for them, which I honestly do, all right? And also being madly in love with what was the name that I gave the person? Zed? Yeah, with Zed. All right, madly in love. Not that I didn't love the other person, but because of the distance and of the freshness and of the uncanniness of all of this, I was just like hyper focused, right? And all this is happening, and I'm also having like all these other flares on the side, and I'm just everything is going on in my fucking head, everything. All right, and I'm feeling, I don't know, overwhelmed again, but in a good way, right? And I remember thinking at the time that yes, this is too much. I am overextending and overexpanding like crazy. But all I need to do is like focus on Zed and on my visitor, right? And I did as best as I could. I did that, and it started clearing up at one point as well, except much good that did me, because then the whole thing just crumbled, and it crumbled in a very interesting way, I have to say. And this is where shit yeah, I am under the suspicion, okay, and I don't think it's debatable that I was. Before I say this, right, okay, we have to look at the circumstances, okay? Oh, and before we do even that, let me just say that it was so strong, like this whole thing was so strong, and I believed so much in it, or made to believe, I suppose, that I was willing to travel to meet that person outside of the EU as well, which is like a fucking ordeal, right? And now you know why I was going to go on a trip to the UK. Now you fucking know. Whoop-de-doo, right? That was the reason. I wanted to break that fucking barrier of thinking that it would be impossible to meet, and to solidify that yes, this is viable, this is something that can work somehow, alright, or even sometimes, and I'd be okay with that. I would be like more than okay. Just the need I had to have this person in my life, and as a possibility to have the ability to meet, I was gonna do all I could to just explore this and to make it work no matter what, alright? And I ignored every single red flag in fucking existence, alright? Every single red flag. I was like, I have to believe, or I will forever be stuck in a phase where all I can do is doubt myself and be afraid. And at that point it also became a personal thing. Like I wanted to go there. I wanted to take all these risks. I wanted to like to not be careful, to not take care, to abandon reason and my better judgment and to be the old me where before the fucking quarantine I was a different person. I was social, but I was also like I was taking risks as well. I was like I didn't care, I was like headstrong and free and fucking brave. Yes, so I needed to rediscover this in a more tempered form, mind you, because it was a little bit YOLO before, but I wanted to reconquer this, to find this piece of me right? That I had lost because I had caught myself like being a little whiny bitch and a fucking coward sometimes, and I can't be like that because it's not me. Wondering if like my decisions are right, if my life is going the way. Well, fuck that shit, man. Just be a star, you know, be a shooting star. Fuck it, burn out completely, fucking crash somewhere, die, and then like do it again. Who cares, you know? Well, you know, but tempered this time, because of course, I mean that is also self-destructive. You shouldn't do that. And so. It's so cringy because like right now as I'm thinking like this kind of romance even reminded me of like the whole Edge Runners, you know, the cyberpunk thing, or even Vampire in the Garden a little bit, or other stuff. I was like, this is a fairy tale. Like this is impossible. There's no way. And don't even get me started on holy shit. Let me get started on it. Like that person was to me shit. Fuck. Cookie time. Let me eat a chocolate cookie. I'll get over this, and we're gonna go through it. I'm gonna fucking expel it out of me. You know, I'm gonna fucking exercise this shit. Okay, so that person was just perfect. You know, I can't say it otherwise. And I mean, the person I'm with right now is also perfect in their own right. But to find such a thing twice, unbelievable, right? Unfucking believable. I should play the lotto or something. I couldn't believe that. Shit. And it's not even that I'm putting myself down. Like I'm a hot babe anyway. All right, but like, it's not that I'm putting myself down or anything. But even so, I just couldn't believe that a person like that would have these feelings for me, right? And would return my feelings, right? It was amazing. It's simple as that. And such a beautiful person, like unbelievably, to me at least. All right, and oh yeah. Anyway, I'm not. Wow, I didn't mean to fucking rant about that. Where is that cookie? I put it down. Give me the fucking cookie here. Let me eat that. There we go. Just a moment. I'm gonna have to chew. There we go. Everything is down. Everything is swallowed. So, yeah. I couldn't fathom the situation. Like, honestly, even now I just find it. Well, now I know what happened, right? But like, if I block that out, which my mind wants to do, by the way, I can't fathom the joy and I don't know. It's almost like it's fucking me up almost. So anyway, yeah, I'm holding back on so many words because it's almost like my mind is being tricked right now. That and it's telling me like, yeah, you should say these things because that person might be watching, and just fucking say them. But here's the thing: I've already told the person that, you know, these things. Like, I've already discussed them, right? I mean, we were discussing these things. Obviously, we were telling each other like all these nice things and all that, and what we made each other feel and all that, and was yeah. But my mind is just playing its own game, you know, as you would have it. you understand how it is, right? I mean, you guys must have been in a relationship before. Come on. So you know how it is. Let us not pretend around here, right? And yeah, insane. And at the same time, I was making sure at all times that my other significant other knows about this, knows how I feel, knows everything. All right, and I had to do that. I had to be very honest. Honesty pays off. All right, honesty pays off. Communication pays off. Anyway, to move things forward, we kind of like last week, right? So let's fast forward, right? So everything was like fucking peachy. So we fast forward, and it's like it's this week or the previous one anyway, and for no fucking reason, the person starts. So Zed, okay, starts like drifting a little bit, and I can sense it because it's fucking obvious, right? I can sense it, and I'm not saying much there. I'm kind of letting it be, kind of, and then fast forward even more to this week, where at one point I'm like, you know, they're telling me, okay, hey, you know what, we've kind of like drifted, so I'm gonna have some time for you tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, sure, yeah, that's pretty sweet, you know, cool. And it turns out that didn't go as planned or as I expected. And at one point I was like, okay, at this point I have to talk. And I did, and I said, okay, hey, you know, it's pretty obvious that this and that is going on, probably. If there is anything that you want to talk about, I mean, we should, because like I'm coming over, right? So it would be best if we talked about it before that happened, even though I had already booked like the tickets and everything. And the person is like, well, you know, so excuses and excuses and excuses. And at one point I kind of like gently pressure, and it turns out that the person had already decided for the last 2 weeks that they just had second thoughts. I mean, that's it in theory. That's the explanation I got. Second thoughts. And at that point, you can't imagine how that. This is the first time that anything has made me physically sick. Okay, I've been in front of like car accidents. I've seen people lying on the street, bleeding, like heavily wounded, and I was like, I'm not gonna be sick, okay? This made me feel sick physically. Like this, I'm 40 years old, okay? And this made me physically sick. Reading it. And all I could do was kind of type stuff, which at the time it was like my hands were typing for me. It was like autopilot, like, you know, you like I was like, you know, so that's it then, like we're done then, that's it, like you know, I was trying to understand what's going on. I was so confused, I was so nauseous, honestly. I just typed a few things there like that, like, oh, we're done, are you like for real, you know, kind of cringe stuff like that anyway, which wasn't cringe at the time, okay, but you know what I mean. And I start the process of like removing the person immediately from my life. It felt like that little bubble I talked about was now the opposite of what it was, and instead of like a safe warm space, it was like, my god, just fucking run. It's like, just run away, because this is going to destroy you. Like, this is going to fuck you so hard, you'll spend a month in a corner in your room, fucking like a fucking troglodyte, living in a cardboard box in your room. Okay, And I start the running process, which is basically, you know, to cut the person off completely and all that and blah blah. And I couldn't help it at that point, and I was like, you know, I left World of Warcraft for last. It wasn't a conscious choice. It was, I don't know, a random choice really. I also needed to do it first, because if that person blocked me first or talked to me first, I think I felt like it was going to I don't know, just mind break me, like absolutely. And to such emotion violence, I usually respond with my own emotional violence. It's nothing to be proud of. It sure as fucking hell beats being broken, okay? And that's just how I react. I'm like, look, in some ways I am violent. Like, if you slap me, I'm not gonna turn my other cheek. I'm gonna slap back, and it's gonna be hard. If you get my drift, right? And I don't know where this mechanism comes from, though, you know, I'd never hurt anyone physically. Well, unless they hurt me. But you get the idea. So what I'm getting at is, like, I reacted there and I was like, I told the person that this is like the most disgusting thing that anyone has ever told me, and by that I was meaning that what I told you earlier, it's like, this is so disgusting because what we had was like so the opposite of disgusting. It was pure bliss. And the act of like defiling that thing for such a weird reason, in such a weird way, not even talking about it. And remember, at the time I was ignoring red flags, right? So to me this was like completely out of nowhere for, you know, for myself back then, okay, but not for myself now. And that's why I reacted so fucking strongly, because, yeah. And I told that person that, okay, this is disgusting, and that maybe they should, you know, they can move on to the next fucking idiot who will fill the gap in their soul. Alright? Because part of me was starting to already realize what the fuck was going on subconsciously. And so I was typing stuff that, you know, at the moment I was like, what did I just type? Like, I literally remember wondering, like, why did I say this? But it was like my subconscious is going like, you know what's happening. You fucking know. You fucking fool, you know? You're like, you 40-year-old moron. And you know, that part of me was like, yeah, let me type a few things to that bitch, you know? And I couldn't stop it. So that was a little bit embarrassing, but that's okay, because it was deserved. I think, right? And I haven't been proven wrong up to this day. So, well, you know, that can only make me right, I guess. And that's it, right? So, you know, we don't talk for a while. I kind of balance myself, kind of like steady myself, right? And of course there is the whole ordeal of having to deal with cancelling my trip, which honestly, like, I lost a lot of money, alright? Which makes it even worse, because like it paints me as this complete idiot now, especially because money is hard to find lately. You know, I kinda need all I get. And anyway, phew. Alright, where were we? So, few days pass. I kind of try not to fall apart. My other significant other leaves as well. All good on that front, and for that I'm like super grateful. I am very appreciative of that shit. And I'm left in an empty room, just dealing with this, and I am dealing with it, and that's where a certain amazing Saturday night happens, and I'll talk about that. But first, let me wrap up the whole love story, okay? I'll talk about this Saturday. I need to talk about this Saturday. It was amazing. Blew my mind. Like, okay, but wait. Just fucking wait. So, I swear it's coming to an end. Don't worry. It's like 90% done. And so, I muster the courage. And I'm like, okay, I have to talk to Zed, the person, okay? I have to talk to them because I need to know for myself that this is absolutely over. I need to know if this is like done permanently. I need to close this chapter. If it stays open for like 1 week more, I'm going to fucking relapse into something I don't want to. It's going to be like a world of fucking shittery, okay? And I'm not up for that, okay? And I do it. I actually re-add the person on Discord, and I'm like, hey, there's a few things I need to tell you. Among them was going to be ultimately the fact that, you know, you should also maybe be a human being, at least partially, and like, you know, rectify some of the material damage that you've done, because they were in a position where they could very easily do that. We'll get to that as well. Like, I'm gonna go through the red flags that I ignored. Maybe you're gonna fucking learn something out of this. I don't fucking know, okay? But I'm gonna go through them. But first, let's wrap up the story. The meat and potatoes. And so, but there were other things I wanted to tell the person, right? Anyway, and well, the person was like, I was worried about you. You didn't say anything, and I also felt terrible for what happened, and you said nothing, and so, you know, I was worrying, and all this has been like terrible. And I'm like, what? Okay, sure, I guess. And you know, in my head, that's what was going on. Like, what is this message? Like, this doesn't, I don't understand. And then they also tell me that, well, you also misinterpreted what I said. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. What is there to misinterpret? You know, what's going on? So I tell them, look, regardless of what I was gonna say, if you're putting this on the table, if you're giving me even like 0.01% chance to like somewhat fix this, and even if it takes a long time, I'm going to take that chance for sure, okay? Because, you know, and the person just responds with like, I don't know what you want from me. And I'm like, what? But you just said, like, what? And I'm going crazy. And it is that moment that I finally realize again, like this solidified it, that yeah, this person is just, this is foolish completely. This is just like going for sloppy seconds at this point, you know, just fucking kicking me while I'm down or something, you know, taking what they can. Like looting me for all I got, right? You know, fucking brutalize my corpse or something. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. As I said, what I want is, with this information on the table, to fix things. So just tell me when you can talk, you know, just tell me when it's okay to talk then, right? Because the person was also like, oh, I've got uni now. It's like, oh my god, yeah, that can happen, you know. Ooh, like cold as fuck, right? Can't even give like 10 minutes to fucking settle a thing. Anyway, and then I just do what I wanted to do, which is to say like, okay, all this is very nice, but can you tell me precisely, are we done? Are we done, like, for real? And to that, they could not wiggle around anymore, and they responded that yes, I'm correct, we're done. And that at that point, I hate to say it, but at that point, that was relief that I felt, because I could already see that, as I said, even then they were trying to turn the tables a little bit, to get something out of it again, to prolong this, right? And I'm pretty sure if the person is watching right now, they're gonna fucking block me or something, and you know what? Go ahead, and I don't care. And I hate saying this. Like, I fucking hate myself saying this. But hey, you know, in the end of the day, I got catfished. End of story. TLDR, I got catfished. There you have it. I'm a fool. I got played for a fool. That's it. And I wish it wasn't that way. And there were plenty of opportunities to show me that this wasn't the case. But this is the case. And that's it. That's the story. That's the whole story. And so I find myself here in Greece, just streaming to you and telling you what happened, like two good friends, right? You know, chatting. And do I want to talk about the red flags? You know what? Let's talk about my Saturday first. Have a break from all the doom and gloom, right? But I hope that the story entertained you. I hope that you found it amusing, at least, even if it is to laugh at me, because you know what, I would laugh at me at this point. Not in a bad way, I never laugh at people in a bad way, but I would be like, you know, damn, you got played. And yeah, I did. And holy shit, my mind doesn't want to believe it. I'll tell you this much, like my brain is still hoping. My heart is still fucking yearning. It's crazy. But this is what happens. This is what happens. Yeah. Saturday night. So here's what happens then. Rewind. Let's go back to the last Saturday, right? So Joanne calls me, my friend Joanne. And she's like, alright, this happened, you know what, I don't care, we're going out, bitch, you and I, let's do this. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. It's been like 6 years, okay, it's been 5 years since I've clubbed to death, literally, okay. And well, not literally to death, but like, you know, not literally to death. And so I'm like, yeah, let's fucking do it. And then a friendly couple like Fivos and Natasha, all right, they contact me and they're like, you're gonna be at fucking Dark Sun, right? You know, the club that we hang out, that we used to hang out. And I'm like, yeah, with Joanne, and I'd love to see you there. Oh, and also make sure that you're not the one driving, you know, get a cab or something, because you'll need it. And they were like, oh my god. And I'm like, yeah, it's happening, you can't stop it, it's gonna happen, don't bring a car, you're not driving home, that's it, or you're gonna end up dead in a ditch or something, okay, so I don't want to do that. And they're like, okay, cool, we'll see what we can do. And we reach there, and I'm already hyped as fuck. I'm wearing like the trashiest shit you can ever imagine. Like, I remember talking to Joanne over the phone, and I'm like, hey bitch, you know what, I'm gonna look like shit today. And she's like, oh okay, I mean, I have my boob dysphoria, so I'm just gonna like pretend my boobs are not there, and I'm gonna wear like a fishnet thing, and like, you know, I'll show you, I'll fucking show you what happened, okay. We're gonna have some fun now. And we go anyway. And holy shit, some of the money I got back, I was like, this money is dead anyway, you know. This money, the fact that I have it in my pocket is an accident, a happy accident, okay. Let's fix it. And we are getting so fucking drunk. Don't get me wrong, I could still remember what the fuck I was doing, okay? Throughout. It was, and honestly, it's a blessing that I do, because it was one of the best nights I've ever had. And remember, I've clubbed like a lot in my life, okay? And pretty wild. And I think I've had nights like this another 4 times maybe in my whole life. So once a decade, okay? You're gonna have nights like this. And I remember I remember being leashed by Joan. I remember being on the floor, well, on my knees, along with Natasha, you know, next to our table, of course, and Joan drinking like from a shaker, you know, for shots, drinking from there, holding it in her mouth, and then fucking, you know, dripping it into our mouths with, you know, me and Natasha were like with our tongues out, and we're like, yeah, just fucking, yeah, it was insane. And John was fucking humiliating me or some shit, and I was loving it. And you know, the leash was, you know, the leash fucking felt good, right? Because I'm a little slut anyway. I mean, what are you gonna do? Okay. Also, you need camera, right? So let me fix that. Because I'm not gonna have camera later with Skyrim. I mean, if I do Skyrim later, but let me fucking yeah, there you go. Okay, so this is it. Jar of cookies, not jar, but like, you know, a bowl of cookies, I guess. What do you want me to say? And coffee. That's how I've been talking to you all this time, like in the dark. I don't know if you can see anything at this point. Probably just me, if that. It's too dark here, I have to say. But I mean, my mood is dark. What am I gonna do? Sorry, let me just fix this shit. So yeah, that's what's going on, right? And I'm trying to resist not taking another cookie right now. I've only taken one. I'm trying not to take another because now that the camera is on, I mean, fuck, you know? We don't want to turn this into like a mukbang or something. Oh, and if I look tired, it's because I am fucking tired. I'm fucking wrecked because of all the, you know, all that's been going on emotionally and all that, and like this, it's just like, and sleeping was like, let me tell you, like I couldn't sleep. I couldn't fucking sleep. I was always hyperactive, because I wanted to be with that person so badly, and also because I clapped like a fucking whore. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, so I don't know if you were expecting like makeup or something, but nah, this is the hair you get, this is the face you get. That, deal with it, bitch. Like, this is it. Because, you know, I also prefer it like that. I prefer it if I don't have to like, I don't want to particularly dress for you. I don't want to particularly like take care of myself for you more than I already do, which, I mean, I'm fucking clean, right? That's all you need to know. Like, I'm squeaky clean, and that's it. Fuck off. That's all you get. If you want better, go out with me or something. This is just a stream, okay? So, you know, fuck off with like how I look or something. Anyway, I'm being passive aggressive and reactionary, and I deserve it. It's my prerogative right now. I'm wounded. I'm fucking vulnerable, okay? Anyway, am I gonna eat that? Yeah, I'll probably eat that. Should I eat it whole, you think, or just You can't. Okay. No more eating. That's it. I don't feel comfortable with you looking at me. I feel like you're watching the movement of my mouth as I chew, and it's annoying. I don't know. Look somewhere else for a bit. Jesus. Look at my boobs or something. So, 1 second. Don't know why I did that. Anyway, where were we before I ate that cookie? I was saying something, but what? I was talking about how I don't want to prepare for the stream too much or for camera stuff, and then what was I saying before that? I don't fucking know. Oh, right, the Saturday thingy. And so that happened, and then should I have some video evidence of no, we're not going there. I'm not gonna show you. I regret everything I said. You return to camera, I return to monkey. I've returned to monkey, and I'm staying there. That's it. I returned to fucking monkey, and I'm gonna stay there forever. I don't need human anymore. And so, yeah, no, I take what I said back. I'm not gonna show you anything. I mean, I might. All right, wait. I'm gonna like. Let me just. Let me just take like maybe one or like two, maybe, pictures that may or may not like fully represent what was going on there. Just looking at it, okay, so oh my god, this is embarrassing. Okay, these pictures are fucking embarrassing already. I'm gonna share them though. Fuck it, yeah, I take it back, I'm gonna share them. There is one I cannot share because that one is pay only. I'm not even fucking joking. It's Joanne has an OnlyFans, alright? By the way, I don't know, if you're feeling simpy, she worth it. Okay? If you're feeling simpy, I'm worth it. Okay? But no, really, I can't. She gave them to me in confidence. So I'm not gonna show you these ones. But I'm gonna show you the ones that I mean. Alright, with John. In that club. Moments before disasters happen. One after the other. Like the best disasters you've ever seen in your life. So, or that you won't see because, yeah, you're not gonna see it ever. And here we are. Alright, so we sorted that thing. So, let's start with something soft. So, this is nothing. Alright, I'll have you know that this is nothing. This is like what we started with. Okay? This was like the introduction. This was like phase 1 of getting absolutely blasted, alright? So, I just went over to the bar and I was like, hey, give me like some of that and some of that and some of that and like just, you know, just, and give me a tray. And then I took them all over there. Oh wait, they didn't have a tray. I had to call everyone to just, yeah, pick them up and take them. Yeah, wow, okay, I forgot that. And so, okay. Oh my god, the other two, oh my god, alright. So this is me like trusting you so much right now. Like I'm fucking trusting you so much, okay? And I, as always, I look like shit in these pictures. Like no joke, I look like fucking shit. I don't know how I do that. Because in real life, I actually look good. I'd be looking good in real life. No, for real, like I don't even look good here on the camera, right? But I guess I don't, you know, I don't write well, I guess. I don't... Is this making sense? Like, Up close, I swear I'm okay. Who cares, right? Anyway, so here it is. So this is me and Natasha, and this guy was cool as well. And I think this is like, is this Joanne's back? No, it's not. And we're getting like this is the shaker. Well, one of the shakers, okay. And me and Natasha are like, yeah, we're fucking doing this, and we're like, we're ready to get it into position. And you can see that we're already fucked up, all right, and also, all right. So enough with that. And then this second one is in the bathroom with John, where I was feeling like, okay, I didn't get drunk beyond the point of dignity. What? No, fuck that. Like there was no fucking dignity there. There was nothing there. Just fucking distraction, mutually assured distraction through alcohol. And so this is like what I was so fucking hammered here, okay? And John was playing it cool, but she was hammered as well, trust me. And it was fucking, I was like, I didn't even know she was taking the picture. I was like suffering in the back, going like like my face, I can't feel my face. And John was like casually just, yeah, that's cool, let me just take some pictures. And yeah, that stuff, yeah. But as you can see, I'm dressed like shit, honestly. Like this dress has a very deep lore. It used to be white, okay? Like it used to be really white, but I've been wearing this dress so much because I use it as a pajama, right? Because it's comfortable. That now even if you wash it like 20 fucking times, I swear I've taken it to the fucking dry cleaners 4 times. It will never be white again. That's it. Like the only thing I can do with that is try to make it black at this point. But it's so familiar to me. It's so, I feel comfortable, and I needed to feel comfortable a lot that night. And I needed to feel like I'm not putting any effort. I wanted this night to be super effortless. Alright? And it was. It was the most effortless fun I've ever had. And believe you me, I was dancing. Joan as well, by the way. She's a beast. Joan is a fucking beast, alright? She's the only person. Wait a minute. Okay, she's among the 4 people I know, including myself, alright, so 3 people I know, essentially, who can fucking dance you to death. Like, I don't care what you're doing. Like, you're doing like MMA, you're I don't know. You can go 5 rounds. These people, including myself, we can fucking drive you to the ground. Like, we can dance like non-stop. It's like, and when we're talking dancing, we're talking like really fucking feeling it, right? We're talking proper and improper dancing, okay? And so I was so happy. I didn't know that. By the way, I didn't know that. So it was such a surprise to see Joan still going, effortlessly going, just like, yeah. And here's where it gets like even more interesting, because at one point I'm starting to get tired, because as you may have noticed, like I've put some weight on, okay? I've told you this many times, and right now, in fact, I'm in the process of losing a lot of it, actually. But it has to go on even further. And I'm getting tired more easily, for example. And also, I'm out of shape because I don't work out, which also I started doing this week real hard. Exactly because I went out and I was like, holy shit, physical fucking exercise, motion. I can express myself. I need to be able to move, to do all the things I want to do with my body, and that pushed me, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna work out, and I started again, and I'm so happy about it. I'm super happy about it. I don't care that I'm working out alone anymore. It's like my mind is just freed immediately just by dancing and having fun. All right. But yeah, so here's the thing. I felt myself like giving up almost sometimes, and like going like, okay, I'm gonna have to take a seat. And the moment I was thinking that, something in me was just fucking furious about that fact. Like completely, like, what are you doing? You're not gonna sit down. You're not gonna fucking give up. That's it. You're and I was like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? And then this whole thing changed into like, I would dance for an hour, alright, and then as I feel like I'm ready to give up, I would like fucking scream. Not obnoxiously, but I would fucking rage completely, and then that fucking filled me up, and I was like, oh yeah, let's fucking go. And I was like, you know, I was like enjoying this animalistic thing, to the point where I remember telling Phoebos, like, I want to hear your rage. I want to hear you fucking rage out. Come on, give it to me. And he was like, what? And I'm like, just fucking roar at me. Just fucking, I don't know. And then he doesn't, and I'm like, I'm starting to roar, and I'm like, holy shit. And then we're laughing, and I'm feeling full of energy. And I swear, no, the drinks didn't have anything in them, and I don't do drugs, soft or otherwise. Okay, so it's not that. Neither am I psychotic, okay? It was just genuinely just, I don't know, fucking regenerating. I don't fucking know what it was. It was perfect. That's what it was. Alright. And I could feel like all the pent up energy just getting consumed in such a sweet way. And it was like every time I was feeling tired, all I had to do was like flip a switch and open a flute gate. And it was like I had multiple of those, and there was like energy trapped in there. And I would be like, okay, gate one, let's go. You know, flip that shit. That runs out. I'm like, alright, we have to dig deeper, let's go. Inner reserves, let's go. Second wind. No, like fucking second wind, I don't care, let's do it. And that happened like 4 or 5 times. And it was like, whoa. And by the end of the night, I was like, I could still go on, but I shouldn't, you know. And I was like, this is exactly where you stop, and you're like beautiful, you know. You're feeling good, you know. You've given it your all. You've danced. You've been slatified. You've been humiliated. You've been leashed and like forced to your knees, and you've danced and you've drank so much, and like you were with friends, and it was super good. And that's the story. That's the story. And it was an excellent night, and holy shit, it was amazing. It was fucking amazing. I'm gonna have more of those nights. I decided. I don't have time to waste. Not because I'm old or anything, but if you can spend like even 1 second of your life having fun, why wouldn't you? Why would you not? Yeah? It's that simple, really. Like, what other options do you have? Not have fun? Let me put these pictures back where they belong, and I'll be right with you. Because there's more, so I can't really just open the folder and, you know. But what I can do is like just quickly just be like this. And there we go. Oh yeah. Boom, back. Oh, and in between all this, I have the return of, so the first person was X, Y, so Y also kind of makes a comeback there, by the way, right after the breakup, my breakup I mean, and we kind of drift closer and closer and closer, like within just days, to the point of them thinking, I'm gonna come to Greece, I'll visit you in Greece, and I'll just have fun with you. And I'm like, whoa, really? and you know, Y is like, yeah, really, I'm coming over, probably on the 16th or something. And I'm like, whoa, you know, yeah, and I'm just like, all this like, what's the word, unrequited or unfulfilled or both, or all this love just gets like, whoo, boom, let's just fucking redirect that shit into Y, right, and make that work instead. That's what my mind was going on about. But I saw it coming. I saw that one coming from far away enough, where, you know, in the end, Y told me, hey, you know, I'm not ready. And I'm like, I know, it's okay, you know, but I'm really grateful that he was there to, you know, for me to, instead of have all this love just crash into a wall and just explode, redirect it gently and like fucking crash land somewhere safe. I hope that makes sense. And so, you know, why to the rescue, I guess, even though that left me with a certain bitterness as well, because I would have gone for that. But no, I think it's best that Y actually came forward and said, let's not be so hasty after all, if you don't mind. I have to get some things straight in my head first. And I'm like, yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I get you. But yeah, at least we played some Tekken. It was pretty cool. We played some other stuff, also pretty cool, I guess. Exchanged some really nice words. It's always pleasant, you know. It helped dampen the effect. I'm really thankful for that, and I'm really thankful for like for my other relation also being extremely supportive, like beyond belief. All right, beyond belief, beyond hope, I have to say. And you know, all this story just made me fucking reevaluate a few things. I want to start being social again. I want to start like going out again and taking care of myself, and just being this like this fun elemental. I just want to be a fucking fun elemental, all right? And that's what I'm gonna be. End of story. As for my like as for my romance stuff, I guess my love life doesn't make sense. My love life, yeah. I'm gonna compartmentalize the fuck out of it, because if anything, I found out that like overlapping stuff is just worse than I thought. So I'm gonna compartmentalize even harder. I'm gonna fucking just put limits like everywhere. It's gonna be tight like a prison. Okay. And at the center of this fucking maze there's gonna be me, and nothing will touch me. Simple as that. And I'm not even like saying this with like, you know, glee or something, with sadistic glee, but with the joy of someone who knows how to keep safe now after being humiliatingly catfished. Okay, and statistically, to my defense, all right, statistically, it was gonna happen, all right, because I am an idiot and I just mingle with like I mingle with this whole fucking stratosphere of like e-girls and like femboy e-femboys and this and that and yeah, and it's all a fucking facade. It's all a fucking it's just Discord divas all over. It's just, I don't know, fucking 20 to 30 year old fucking dick pic trading delusional sociopaths. So and I mean, that's my poison, okay? What can I say? That's my fucking poison, I guess, because I also found out that, you know, I have a thing for, I guess, exactly what I described, like, you know, just goth girlfriend, trans things, whatever. Like I actually realized that this is also a thing for me, which it's so funny because I had never realized that. Yeah, you know, that's something I would enjoy. I was like my mind was like just stuck on like boys and girls, and that if there was anything else, that was gonna be me. But there are, well, debatable. Are there others? I mean, have I really met anyone who was genuinely like me? No, I have not. So as your tour guide into long distance but also viable relationships through MMOs with like gaming goth girlfriends that are like also boyfriends, I guess, I can tell you that like the best I've found was like Zed. And Zed was just basically an out of the closet crossdresser at the end of the day. Okay, so to quote, thank God for me. Boom! I was looking for an excuse to you know, ever since fucking Stephanie Sterling said that, the first fucking ever video I was like, that, sir? Well, sir back then. That, madam, I'm stealing that and I'm gonna fucking use it when it's appropriate. It took a very long time, but thank God for me then. Especially if you're like me and you're looking like for that stuff in MMOs. And the sooner you realize, the better, you know. The faster you can also thank God for me. I slipped that shit right in there, and you, like, there was zero defense. Anyway, good one. Now I can rest happily. That was a relief to be able to say that. Good one. Well played. So, but yeah, where was I though? Oh, we can go back and discuss, like, you know, wait, what is this? There we go. We can go and discuss some of the red flags. Now look, disclaimer, I'm gonna say this right now in absolute seriousness. I love that person, so Zed, so strongly. I still do, okay, because feelings, you can't control them, alright? Once they're there, you can't control them. And so, I'm not saying... How can I say this? Hiccup, first of all, sorry. It's because I've been talking a lot. So... That person could just show up at my door, like right now, and tell me, hey, you're a moron because none of this is true, and here is the proof. Because at this point I require proof, like hard proof. Not evidence, not hard evidence, proof. Alright, so, and here's the proof. And I would be like, I would still unashamedly look into it. Alright, at the very least. That said, that person did have countless opportunities to provide even just evidence, but they did not. Quite the opposite. Obviously, I can't share more than that on the matter. I do have some conversations that, to me, they were so striking that I had to fucking immortalize them and be like, look at this, read it, see what is there to see, and tell yourself that this was just you being catfished. But I'm not gonna show you anything like that. That would be inappropriate. I on my end have nothing to hide, so I don't care about me, but I do care about the person. and I do care about the possibility of the person actually not being what I say. I'm really open to that, because my God, what a wonderful person. At least that version of them that wasn't catfishing me was absolutely wonderful. So, you know, obviously my brain just wants to hope that I'm just wrong about every single thing and that it can be proven. Until that happens, let's see the red flags, right? So first, the way I met with that person was they were introduced to me alongside another flirt of mine, as I said, to iterate, okay? What happened though afterwards was that they unlatched from that person and latched on to me and completely ignored that person, okay? Even when I confronted Zed, yes, Zed, that's the name we given, and said, you know, you should perhaps talk to Y. If this is not gonna be like a three-way, maybe you need to talk to them and confront it. I did that, okay, because I like, as I said, like communication is just, and honesty is just paramount, right? I can't fucking stress this enough. If you can't handle stuff like that, if you can't be in that role, if you can't be a negotiator, if you can't be honest, don't fucking even consider threesomes or anything. Like don't even wedge yourself in there. Like just run, okay? Because you're gonna be in a fucked up position. But me, I can handle it. So because also I'm very honest, I'm very communicative, and so I was like, yeah, but no, the person just didn't talk to them at all. First red flag. And I mean, look at what's happening with me now, right? So I mean, if I was gonna go by that behavior, I would assume that Zed has already found the next person they will latch on to, and therefore I'm just redundant now and I'm getting the silent treatment. So, you know, one of the red flags I said then is that notice the way that you come in contact with that person, and then notice that maybe they're doing the same to you. Another red flag is the whole meet me halfway through thing. Like if you two are going to be meeting, bitch, you both better pay, and you both better agree to something that is like not extraordinary. Like I, for example, have like I can provide room here. Okay, you know what? Let me turn on the light just a moment, because this is starting to make me dizzy. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna turn on this up. So, what the fuck? I'll be right there, just a sec. Is this okay? That's not okay for sure. Maybe this is okay, let's see. I guess you're gonna tell me if this is shit. Can you see more? I hope not, but you probably can. Much better though, holy shit. Much better. That was horrible. Alright, focus. Another flag was like, you know, expenditures. If you're not sharing, that's a red flag. Like, I was willing, I'm not gonna lie, I was willing to actually fly there, pay for the person's tickets, for them to fly here, pay for mine to fly here, and pay again to have them delivered back safely, escorted by me, and then pay again to get back for myself. And that would have been cheaper than booking a hotel there. But no, the person was like, no, you're gonna come, because I am tired of people, you know, of online relationships that go nowhere. And I'm like, yeah, me too. So like, let's just kind of like meet halfway through. Like, you should come over here. I mean, I have room, I have spare room, you know, I have a bedroom as well. Why don't you come over? We skip the fucking hotel expenses. I'll put half the traveling fees, alright, for both flights, obviously. I'll even pick you up. I'll feed you Alright? All you have to do is come over. If you really want to see me, just come over. As simple as that. So if something like that is not workable, at least make sure that you're like sharing the burden, not just money-wise, but also time and effort-wise. That's even more important than the money, okay? And that's coming from someone who lost like half a K euro at this point. Just vanished, like poof, thin air, okay? Just disappeared, lost them. Because of this, alright? And so, obviously, just fucking, yeah. If the other person is gonna throw you shit like, oh, my parents, like, listen, bitch, if you really wanna meet, you're gonna find a way to negotiate with your parents, because your parents are humans, and they've done shit as well, okay? And that's also another red flag, where the person is telling you right off the bat that, like, they are very dependent on their parents to the point of, like, absurdity. Like, they're not even gonna do something cray-cray to leave a romance or to do something magical, I guess. You know, if the person is so afraid that they're gonna lose the approval of their parents, something is off. When they're like 20, right? Even earlier, like, I know for a fact from personal experience, okay? And mind you, this is from when I was younger, so don't you go to some, you know, don't think about crazy shit, okay? But when I was younger, for example, where other people were younger than me, so I was, for example, I was 18, 19, and like my girlfriend would be 17, for example, or even 16, alright? Because like that's how it fucking went, okay? They would, and from other relationships as well, like my friends' relationships and stuff, alright? They would, if they wanted to be with you, girlfriend, boyfriend, doesn't matter, by the way, I just use the example that I had like in the back of my head for this. They're gonna find a way, trust me. They're gonna find a way around parents, around this, around that, curfews, like everything. And this includes traveling to another country, alright? Now, to further prove that, at one point, Zed told me that after I leave, they're gonna have another visitor. Which means that, I mean, let me finish first. They were gonna have another visitor, which is a person they met through VR chat. Okay? And that person was allowed to stay at Zed's home, but I had to close the hotel room. Come on, really? Yeah. Which all of this is red flags. Like all of everything I said just now is red flags. Like someone else is visiting you immediately after I leave, and I mean, I know we didn't talk about exclusivity, but like we low-key kind of did, and it was like, then what are you doing if you want to show me that like you want to be exclusive? This is not the way to do it. Even if we're not gonna be exclusive in the end, if you want to show that you are considering it, this is not the way, okay? And the whole shit were like, why can't I stay at your home? And also, then your parents aren't an issue. Fuck, you know? And another red flag was like some absurd requests, such as, I'm not gonna tell you where I live. You're just gonna book a hotel in my general area, and by that I mean the same city, alright? And I'll find you. You won't be able to find me, I'll find you though. So just book a hotel, you know. What? What are you talking about, bitch? Shouldn't you know where I am? Shouldn't it be close to you? Shouldn't it be like, what? So, you know. Another red flag was like, I'm not gonna discuss details too much on this one because it concerns someone's economical position, status, where basically they were telling me, oh, for Christmas I received this amount. I'm not gonna say what kind of amount. Help me spend it. And I'm like, don't you know what to do with it? Like, implying, because I wasn't gonna ask, obviously, I'm not a fucking idiot, alright? I was like, don't you know what to do with it? Like, it's a lot of money. It could be plane tickets, you know. Alright, or just a symbolic, like, give me fucking 20 euro as a symbolic gesture and say, hey, I can't give you the rest because, like, I wanna go shopping. Cool, you do that, but like, even like 5 euro would be like, I would be ecstatic to receive that, because I would be like, oh, they do want to help, right? They do want this to work. But no, not at all. It even went further, where they were telling me, hey, I still got some left, should I do this or that? And I'm like, and then it got even worse, where they were telling me, oh, you know what, the government is gonna give me a student loan as well, or what do they call that? Not a loan. It's not a loan. It's like, it's what you get to actually get you through the studies, through your studies, right? And it's gonna be like 5 times any amount I'll ever need, Zed said to me. Hello. How are you? An interesting break. I almost forgot that I was online. It felt like I was talking to, I don't know, to a friend. Anyway, where was I? What was I saying? Oh yeah, right. That was Greek. Sorry, it was right, but in Greek. Anyway, right. And so they told me that they would be receiving that amount of money, and it was like 5 times whatever they needed for their studies. And then they were like, "What am I gonna do with that?" And I'm like, "I don't know, Zed. I don't fucking know. There are a few ideas that you could do a few things. I don't know." But no, so that's definitely a red flag right there, where you can see that the person is just like, whatever, they don't fucking care, right? And there is more. There is even more. But the rest, I mean, should I mention them? I don't fucking know. Is it worth it anymore? No, I think as far as the subject of like three or so things that you should be like keeping an eye open when you're like considering long distance, I guess we covered it. I would suppose. I don't know. If anything else comes to mind, I'm gonna share it. But for now, that's it. And with that, I think it might be time to go and play some Skyrim, don't you think? Which means, can I change? Do I have to restart the stream? Hey, does anyone know? Like, do I have to restart my stream, or can I just change it to another category as it is? I've never tried it before. It might work or it might not. And then there's also the matter that I want these in separate archives, because I don't wanna. Yeah, it's a bit too much to have on like on the same video, I think. I think the best thing to do is like stop the stream and properly start a Skyrim stream, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give it like 10 minutes so I can take a break, because I've been talking non-stop for like, I don't know, what is it now? 2 hours almost. So, yeah, I guess I'll see you in a bit. I'll just stop the stream and I'll just see you in a bit, I think. And we can play some Skyrim. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. And, you know, cool. I hope you enjoyed the storytelling. I hope you enjoyed the exploration in my heart. And that you at least took something from all of this. I don't know what. Catfishing sucks. It's terrible. Don't do it. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna stop for sure. Like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, this is not gonna work, and it's not gonna be a separate VOD, I think, either. All right, that's it. Camera off and thanking time, and then Skyrim time after 10 or so. So thank you for watching. It's been really nice talking to you. I guess every now and then it's worth like opening up a little bit. It's good to talk, you know. Like, I mean, what else are you there for? I'm here to entertain you, and so, you know, I stream gaming and stuff. So the least you can do is just be there every once in a blue moon where I'll need you to just hear me out. So I guess, yeah, fair trade. I'm gonna make some coffee and be right back for Skyrim, but I'm gonna kill this stream. I'm gonna restart it when I'm back, and it's gonna be like a proper other archive. And also after that I will look up how you can maybe not kill your stream and restart it if you want to do all this. Alright, see you in like 10, 20 or so, 15, like somewhere there, okay? Bye for now, I guess, and thank you for watching.